Hello and welcome back to my channel, Becoming Essence. So today in this video we're going to talk about self-care and why it's important. So to begin with, what is self-care? Well, simply put, it is you looking after yourself so that you feel amazing and good while you're living your best life. That's what it is. Why is it important? Well, when we think about self-care, it's been a throwaway term over the last couple of years. People thinking about self-care in terms of facials, massages, getting your hair done, getting your nails done. That is an element of self-care, but it's not all that it can be. And actually, some people don't practice those things. Like I don't do my nails, man. I don't do my nails. That's not a thing that I feel is part of my self-care. Now, when I say why it's important, it's because when you self-care, you prioritize yourself and your needs and your wants. And with that in mind, you also think about how you show up in the world and what you teach people about yourself and how they should be treating you. So if you are someone that loves to help, for example, that is a great thing. You love to help people, but you always prioritize other people's needs, issues. You know, it kind of consumes your life. So basically you become like the resolver of everybody else's problems. What that does to your self-care is, in terms of how people will treat you, is that they will always come to you. And when you need help, they may not help you because, well, they see you as the person that is always there to help them, instead of you also needing support in your life. That's one thing. Another aspect of not being able to, prioritizing other people is not being able to say no. What that then means is you're really spreading yourself quite far in terms of what you can actually manage, and that will lead to like overwhelm, stress, anxiety, and feeling like you're being underappreciated for the people that the people you're looking after, basically, or taking care of or helping. So that's one element of it. It helps you set the boundaries of how you want to be treated, because you have such a high level of care for yourself, and you will not accept anybody to treat you any less than what you do for yourself. So that's one reason why self-care is so important. The other reason is it actually helps you reduce anxiety, stress, overwhelm, burning out. Like it really helps you do that, because you're taking the time to rest, to charge up, to eat right, to exercise, building up your immune system. Like, you're really taking the time to build yourself in a daily practice, and showing up for yourself. So that's another reason why I think it's really important. So for me now, I've realized that people kind of tend to think about self-care in generic terms. So generically speaking, there are three main categories that people look at for self-care. So the things that they really look at. So we've got physical self-care, the physical aspect, the emotional aspect, and the mental aspect. Those are the three aspects people tend to really focus on when they're talking about self-care. And that can mean, like, physically, you work out, you eat right, emotionally, you say no to people, you recharge your energies by not being around people all the time, for example, especially if you're like an introvert. And mentally, you really look after your mental health. You talk about your feelings and how you're feeling and how things are affecting you, in terms of emotions and daily life. Those are the three categories, but I want to offer you a different perspective. So in 2020, I did this course called Lifebook, and in Lifebook we have 12 categories. The categories will now appear here, and those 12 categories, you can see that we have so many different ways to look at our lives. Because there's 12 categories, it means that we actually need to look at each category and make it work for us. And within those 12 categories, you will find categories that are actually like pillars, that it's something that you really need to prioritize because it influences all the other aspects of your life. And to do these categories, so you need to form habits that will help you be on top of your self-care consistently, and then it will literally become a practice that you just do, that you don't think about. But first, there is that practice, that conscious shaping that we have to do, and there is this idea that the quotation that I love about habits is this: we first make our habits, and then our habits make us. I love that quotation because it really talks about how, in order to live that life where it becomes automatic and we don't have to think about certain things, we need to practice it. Think of it like this: when you were young, so you were a child, you learnt things, and then as you learnt them and you absorbed them into your system, they became a sort of programming, and now it just runs on automatic. Like, you behave and you display behaviors that were programmed in you as a child. So in order to reverse these behaviors, we now need to reprogram you, and we'll do that through forming habits and removing limiting beliefs. So with that in mind, I just want you to think about what is self-care to you, and in my next video I'm going to talk about physical vitality and what it means and what you can do to be physically healthy and how you can tailor that to yourself. So I will see you in the next video.